Amazing. It's really good to hear as well that the kind of like that they push that. I hope they always continue to push music at school, because I think like I didn't, like you, I don't come from a musical background at all. And I think like it's kind of a lot of the time parents don't know what to do. So it's like the school, if you've got a great music teacher as well. I had a pretty good music teacher, to be fair, at primary school. And she kind of, I didn't understand it at all. I mean, we were just hitting snares and like mucking around with synths and whatever else. And none of it was really particularly, it was later that I got serious with it. But that is, I think it's cool that the school can do that. And obviously if you find something like you did and you kind of continued with it, you know, who can say anything bad about that? And I think you're right in saying that. I mean, like looking at saxes, and it's like if you're writing for a sax as well, it's like there are so many different types of saxophones, right? Right?
Yeah.
You know, how do you because I mean, I suppose like I said, I reckon I wrote really for tenor when I was doing the Mancini style stuff, because it's your Pink Panther-esque sort of timbre. I mean, I'm sure there's people who literally have, like, you could end up with a whole room of saxophones. And when I looked at, I did a little bit of research, obviously, before speaking to you. I looked at the contrabass sax, and I think it's about 3 of me.
Yeah, it's massive.
It's like, how the hell are you gonna? Just like, really? That is just incredible. I mean, do you play a few types, or do you tend to stick? Like, where would you say you feel home in terms of saxophones?
Yeah, so my home saxophone's definitely the alto sax, but through school there's so many bands that you could join, and once they kind of realised that you're good, you kind of get put into all these different bands. So and it was quite good actually, because in each band I played a different saxophone, so it gets you playing all the different ones. Like I remember one concert I went from playing the baritone, which is equally quite a big saxophone, to playing the straight soprano, which is obviously a lot smaller. So I kind of ran off stage with one massive sax and ran back on with a little one. But no, I mean that once you can play one, you usually can play the others. You just obviously need a bit more breath for the bigger ones.
See, I looked at that and thought that can't be a thing. Like, surely this is photoshopped. Yeah, because I mean, I don't think it's that common. I could be wrong.
No, I mean, there wasn't one at my school.
Yeah, absolutely. But I think the alto, I mean, I suppose when I was because I kind of got all the sample libraries, and I'd sort of play all these different sounds from choir to, like, you learn about all the different articulations and all the different playing styles. And I suppose the first, like, alto choirs, when I first sort of played, it was a female alto choir patch in like a weird sort of alien trailer that I was doing, and I was like, wow, that's the range. Like, I like that range. It kind of covers you. It's just up from middle C, isn't it? You get enough of enough octaves, if you like, to play around. So I can see why that would be kind of the one to play. And I suppose you can transpose, can't you, all over the place? You know, so it's. Do you have to do that quite a lot? Do you think, if you're like preparing parts?
Yeah, like sometimes when I've done sessions, people have wrote out some sax parts but haven't realised, like, it be saying the wrong key, because like my sax is E flat and like others can be in different keys. So, or like sometimes they write it for another instrument and just expect it to be in the same key, which is not. So yeah, there has been some transposing I've had to do, but I usually play quite a lot by ear rather than reading music. So usually, like, they kind of just have it written, I can just kind of hear it a bit and just play from that. So it doesn't usually take me too long, but yeah, there has been a couple of times where I have had to transpose some pieces.
Yeah, and the whole I just couldn't get I mean, I kind of I can mock out stuff in Sibelius, but yeah, I've got a friend who kind of makes it correct, if you like, because obviously notes written sound differently, stuff like that. So that was fun getting my head round, but I think it's really important to know this stuff, and I think, again, that's the thing. It's not just you playing the instrument. It's about being aware of. It's just hard work. It's amazing. Like it's the amount of times that it takes, not just playing it, but understanding where things sound, as against where they wrote. How do I come in at different places? Which I suppose kind of leads me into Skyquaker's Queen Kong,